boss man, he'd come out and he give orders what to do. He gone back to the camp. But whatever he said done, that little old foreman out there, Spotter, his Spotter then, one on foreman, he would be the boss out there. And he carried a whack on. And it'd be so cold out there, he wouldn't let you go to the fire. You'd have to let your line slip through your hands.
I don't understand. Tell me how that was exactly.
Like your wheel would be going along, you have 2 mules to it.
Yeah.
And the mule would be going along, you'd walk along and get up to the fire.
What was the fire doing there?
The fire, they had the fire built for you to warm going by. You couldn't stop at it. Your wheeler couldn't stop, but you could let the mules keep it going and let the line slide through your hand until it get to the end, then you got to catch them. You could never just say, stop at the fire and warm.
What would they do to you?
They'd cut your head, beat it with the pistol or stick or something.
And a lot of times his lines would be covered with frost, look like snow on them. And his gloves, when the line slipped through his hand, his gloves would be full of frost, look just like snow.
Yeah, you couldn't stop at the fire. Just
but you couldn't stop. Now, when they come out, he'll tell you, they all wore white witch-elk boots. Come up to here, lace up, white. And they wore khaki-colored pants with button legs or zip legs. And they would have on heavy underwear, T-shirts, and heavy wool turtleneck sweaters. They'd have a pistol on this side and a stick hanging on that side of their saddle. And you was gonna do what they say or you was gonna get whooped to death.
You weren't allowed to stop at the fire.
No, you wasn't allowed to.
How would they talk to you? What would they say? Imitate the talk.
You know, like they didn't never talk to no one man. When they get ready to make talk, like this was the pit from here to the top of the levee, back out to the river bank and over to that building and over to this building. They'd ride right in the middle of the pit. Yeah. And Old Man Brown used to take his hat off, his head. He wore a big white Stetson, red big. And he'd throw it up and he'd shoot 6 holes in it before it hit the ground. Then he'd tell somebody down there, hand me my hat. And they would hand it to me. He said, now listen, I'm gonna whoop you if you stand, and I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna kill you if you run. I want y'all to do so and so and so. I want you to get me some date. I got to finish such and such station by such and such time. Yeah. And is it any question? When he asked you that, he'd have his hand on that pistol. Is it any question? Get nobody said on, he said, well, carry on.
You go out there in the morning, plenty of mornings, you'd have to wait until it get light enough to go to work.
That's right.
You'd be standing there in the dark.
Standing there
in the dark. Then when it get light enough, then you go to work. And then you work in the evening until it get too dark. You couldn't see how to come in. This mule just know
the way. So dark that you couldn't.
They didn't have no electric lights in them times.
That you couldn't see how to take your mules out. Everybody that didn't have lantern lights in the headquarters over at his tent and around the commissary, they had dynamo lights.
Yeah.
And in other words, you just say it was free penitentiary.
It was on 69 years electric light.
Just say it was free penitentiary. And what I mean about a free penitentiary, you didn't have to ask nobody could you go nowhere when you get in. And there wasn't nobody standing out there watching you when you got ready to leave. It's a many man. He can within that. This a many man went there and worked 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 weeks and left there and left there without a penny.
Yeah.
You were saying that was a many man. Say that again, please.
There was a many man went there.
It was a many man that went there and worked, expecting a payday, and didn't get there for 6 or 7 weeks, and leave there and without a penny. He can.
That's right.
He can leave there and hadn't got nothing for his wake since he had been there, but his food.
Sometimes they give you what you call a drag.
Drag.
Like pay your $5 or $10, something
Yeah.
like that, just for you to gamble with.
Yeah.
Sometimes it missed 4 and 5 months.
Doing that.
If someone come along, had nerve enough and make them pay off.
That's right. Now, now you could go to the commissary. You didn't have to be naked, and you didn't have to be cold. You could go. Every one of them had a commissary, and they had everything that you could wear, and you could go there and get anything you wanted to wear. Or you could get that dueling book and carry it to the kitchen, and your cook could get anything that she wanted to cook for you.
That helped that poor black folks.
I like.
But I'm trying to get on payday, boys, and say they give all drag.
That was the saddest day.
Was no different in that old money that the two men had.